Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is your host Chaos Kaiser speaking, no longer Lord Majestic, and I'm coming to you today to give you a little bit of an update as to what you can expect on this channel in the coming months. It's been quite some time since the last video I uploaded. In fact, I think it's been almost a year and a half or so, and a lot has happened since then, but I wanted to give you this kind of raw, unedited video as we make our transition back into creating some content and posting again on YouTube. Now, I am by no means an incredible editor or anything like that, but I'm going to start putting out some more regular content, and I'm going to do shoutcasts whenever I think that it would be fun or an interesting idea. I'm going to try and mix it up with the games and everything that I play, not just be how I was formerly known as just a BattleTech or Mech Warrior Online flagship kind of creator. But I want to branch out a little bit. I want to go into other games, whether they're RTSs or first-person shooters or any, tabletop, anything like that, even turn-based combat, stuff like that. Any game that I find that's fun, that I really would just want to commentate over, whether it's shoutcasting or just to have a good time with you guys in the community, that's really what I'm going to be focused on going forward. So I appreciate you guys being patient. A lot of you guys asked if I was going to start creating content again, and the answer to that is yes. It's going to be a slow little trickle back into it. I hope to sharpen my editing skills and everything, so that's going to definitely take some time because my edits before, they were amateur at best. But I know that I kind of need to raise that bar a little bit, especially if I want to expand the community, expand the channel, and even get into, branding myself essentially. But first and foremost, before we dive into what's next for the channel itself, the first thing that I wanted to talk to you guys about was the reason behind the name change. So a bunch of you guys had me on your list of people to watch on Twitch, and you're like, who is this guy? I didn't know, like, I never remember following this channel. I don't know what this guy's all about. And then they click in and they see that it's me. Well, the reason for the name change was essentially I did not have any consistency across all of my social media accounts. If someone found me on Twitch, then they were like, okay, well, what's your YouTube? And the spelling was different. The characters that I was using were different. I had leak characters for my YouTube channel. I had a 1 for the I in Lord Majestic for my Twitch channel. And then I think the only one that had normal spelling was Twitter. And I was like, this is too much because no one can find my content. And to streamline it across all the platforms and just create that consistency for anyone, whether they're long-time supporters of the channel or they're brand new and they just want to see what everything's all about here on my channel. I just want to make it easier for everyone who was looking to find more of my content. So that was the reason for the name. Now, or the name change rather. Now, the name itself, a Kaiser is a German, is known for being a German king. That's what the actual direct translation was. It's the Holy Roman Emperor, the times and whatnot. Kaisers was a German king essentially at the time. And I just found it kind of a play on the words a little bit because obviously with kings and when you're thinking back into the Middle Ages and stuff like that, kings, they tried their hardest to obviously keep uniformity, regimented, organized, and everything like that. And really on my channel, I think it kind of plays to my personality where I threw chaos in there because really this journey that we've taken so far, even up to this point that I'm recording this video, has just been really random. I mean, I'm gonna come out with it, I'll be honest with you guys. From one day to the next, I was like, well, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, oh, I think I'm gonna stream this, and I'm not gonna change from that. That's part of my personality. Whatever I feel like recording, and that's what keeps it interesting for me, that's what keeps it fun for me, is on a day-to-day basis, like, yeah, I came up with that idea, I'll jot it down, and then I store all the ideas that I have, and then whatever when I feel like recording or making a video about that day, that's how I'm going to approach it. So that's the context here of the name change. And it just so happened that I started getting into Total War and Warhammer content and whatnot, and Chaos is a faction, so everyone thought it was a play off that, but it's not. It really was. I thought it was easy for alliteration. The spelling is with K's, so it's Khaoz, and then Kaiser, Kaizer. So you could obviously see it in the channel name and everything like that. But so I wanted the alliteration there. I wanted it to be something that's kind of easy to remember. But I wanted to start to create a brand around this channel, something that, oh, I know that guy. There are so many big plans that I have in the future for this channel that I'm going to slowly roll into it. We'll be doing soft launch streams on Twitch and everything like that. We're going to hopefully go live with the full rebrand by Labor Day, but I'll keep you guys posted, whether it's on Discord or Twitter and whatnot. Everything's just being reworked, and it takes a lot of time. I'm sure other content creators out there know what I'm talking about. It takes a lot of time, especially whether you're setting up for the first time or you're doing a rebrand. It's just a lot, but with that rebrand came some incredible opportunities, guys, and I didn't expect it. I didn't know if I was ever going to get to this point where I could say that I'm supported by other companies, but we are. We made it to that level, and it came in the most crazy ways you could possibly imagine. I mean, I just started getting into Total War content, right? As streaming material. So I had reached out to Creative Assembly and I was like, hey, I'm a content creator. They had just come out with the latest DLC and I wanted to just have some access to it to stream it on Twitch for anyone who was curious. And I'm by no means an expert in the game, but I was like, you know what? I like the game. And if I can partner with them and put some content out there for maybe guys that are more amateur to Warhammer or the Total War space like I am, maybe it'll help them. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. I don't know. But either way, I'm going to reach out and see if I can. Well, by the end of the conversation, we did get affiliated with Creative Assembly, and they are giving me access to their releases and stuff like that. In fact, tomorrow, and even the upcoming days, I'm going to be streaming Troy Total War. Like, that's the latest one that's coming out. It's coming out on the 13th. For those of you guys who don't know, it's free that day only. You can get it on the Epic Game Store for free. But that's just part of it, So now you should think that I have 3 days earlier access to get content out there for you guys. Like, that's an incredible step for the channel. That's an incredible step for me as a content creator, because it'll give people a place to go, whether you're an amateur or an expert. It's another place for you to go and see how maybe someone who isn't an expert can navigate these games. And I hope to shed some light on that and add some creativity, add a little bit of variety, and just an added element that makes me set myself apart from other streamers who might be either creating content built around these games or just in general. So I hope you guys are along for the ride. On the other side of things, my previous computer just conked out. I mean, the motherboard was failing. Out of the 8 USB slots I had on the back of the motherboard, only 3 of them were working. I found out that one of the GPUs was like teetering on the edge and everything. So I knew I was either looking for a new rig, or I would have to start swapping out components one at a time, which is obviously less expensive, but at the same time, even if you replace one new component, well, the rest of the rig is still old, right? So you're constantly playing that catch-up game of like, okay, I wonder which one's gonna go next, So I bit the bullet and I just said, you know what, I'm gonna have to, just get a new rig and go into debt if I have to in order to get this thing up and running. But at least I'll have peace of mind knowing that I won't have to switch things up, every couple of months, because it was starting to conk out anyway. I mean, the PC I had was about 5 years old. So, I had it for a long time, and that was the first PC I ever built. So it was a little tough for me to get rid of, because it was like, I know I put my blood, sweat, and tears into it, and I came up with the parts list myself and what I wanted to do, and I made it. I made it myself. But now, having gone down the rabbit hole, I guess you could say, towards finding a new PC, if you guys are following me on Instagram and Twitter and whatnot, you'll know that I got a brand new PC here, and that was all thanks to another sponsorship, another partnership, just by me reaching out. And the story behind that was I was looking for at the big guys. I was looking at Digital Storm and Zydax and everywhere else across the internet until I found a smaller shop that goes by Alexander PCs, and they absolutely hooked me up with this rig. I mean, this thing is absolutely incredible. Did it cost a pretty penny? Yes, but I know what the actual value of this thing is, and you know, they really, really helped me out, especially in this whole crazy time of COVID and job security and everything like that. They really made it not only easy to partner with, but they hooked me up with some of the best stuff you could possibly want in a PC. Equipment wise, it's just incredible. So, I did a giveaway with them last month, but they want to work with me going forward. So now my streams are essentially powered by them. Like I could proudly say that, and you know what? This all came because of you guys. You guys following on YouTube, watching on Twitch, checking out any content that I'm posting on Instagram or Twitter, whatever that case is. Your presence is what creates value for the creators. All right, so don't thank me for great content. Thank you for your awesome support. That's the main difference. That's the thing that you should be taking away from this. And I don't want this video to go too long. I just wanted to give you guys a huge update. So with the updates that you guys have, that I have given you between the name change, the new sponsorships, the partnerships and whatnot, I'm just so excited to get going again. And I really have a passion for this. This is by no means a full-time job, but if I can lighten the mood for some people or just make some people have a better day just watching me be an idiot on stream or in a video, then I've done what I set out to do. So as we continue to grow, guys, I'll have more updates for you. In the meantime, what we're going to be streaming and what I'm going to be creating content on YouTube for. I will still be doing BattleTech and MechWarrior stuff here and there. I'm not going to be doing it as frequent as I was before, but it's not necessarily going away. So I just wanted to at least give the dedicated fans who have been with me since the beginning. That was the first game I streamed and created any content for on YouTube. So I did want to address you guys first. But going forward, it's going to be a mixed bag. I mean, we played Fall Guys on Friday, which was amazing. We just had a bunch of people from the community come on in, and we had fun creating some content on that and just had a fun Friday night, I'm going to be doing a lot of Total War stuff, especially as more and more content, whether it's DLCs or new titles altogether, come out. Next month, for instance, I'm going to be streaming Crusader Kings. I've never touched the Crusader Kings titles before, but Crusader Kings 3 is coming out, so that's September. I want to do Star Wars Squadrons in October. I have no idea what I'm in for that, but I just want to mix it up and approach and be a part of the titles that I want to play, that I want to be involved in and create my own little world around. And I hope that you guys are along for the ride for. So although it's a mixed bag of stuff, I hope that you guys are excited about it, that you're as into it as I am, because I've just taken so much pride in having such an awesome community, and those of you who have been there the whole time that haven't left, it really speaks to the fact that you don't really care about the actual content. It's the stream itself and the people that are there and the aesthetic of the channel, for instance. So I know I'm going to have a medieval theme. I'm going to be in full garb, guys. You have no idea what my full garb is going to look like. I've shown some of you the helmet. I'm going to have a medieval helmet. It's a helm. It's all set and ready to go. Tunics, surcoats, the whole deal. Just so you guys know, that's what the aesthetic is going to be on this channel. It's going to be medieval themed, but as for the content that we do, it's going to be a mixed bag. Yes, there'll be some medieval stuff. Yes, there'll be some Bronze Age stuff. There'll be some new stuff. There'll be some futuristic stuff. Whatever the case is, whatever we feel like doing. But I'm going to keep in touch with you guys. I'm going to keep the open lines of communication. I want to thank you all for coming back and checking out this video on your free time and just checking in with what's going on with me. Between job changes and moving and whatnot, there's been just so much that's happened since the last time I uploaded a video. So thank you. First of all, thank you first and foremost for all of you who have supported me, who are currently supporting me, and will be supporting me in the future. But that's all from me. I really appreciate your time and support, guys. Thank you so much for tuning into this video. And just so you guys know, my stream schedule is Thursdays, every other Friday, Saturday, and Sundays. We're starting 9:30 a.m. on the weekends, so Saturday and Sunday, and Thursdays, and whenever we do have a stream on Friday, we're going to be starting at 7:30 p.m. all Pacific Standard Time. Okay, so configure your time zones, whether you're 3 hours, 5 hours. Everyone here, let's put it this way, everyone here is ahead of me. So whenever you think about the time zones, just know that it's probably later than you would otherwise expect. But with that all being said, thank you guys again for tuning in. Have a fantastic rest of your day, fantastic rest of the weekend, and I look forward to seeing you both on stream and in the future content that I'm looking to create. Take care, guys.